TTN-HD Production Live, here with writer-producer Ari Posner. Ari, what inspired you to get into the business?
I was interested in writing and did creative writing and journalism, and started to feel like my facts were not as important to me as, entertaining people with the stories. And so I tried writing some comedy and wound up getting into the film business that way.
You've worked on a lot of different shows. Mm-hmm. Has your career been what you expected it to be?
No, it's always a little surprising. I think that when I got into comedy writing, I had gone to film school. I'm from Canada originally, born in Boston, but grew up in Montreal, and came down here for film school and got into the business thinking I would be a comedy writer, and the sitcom business was exploding in the mid-90s, and there were 30 half-hour shows on the air, and it seemed like a golden age, and that kind of comedy writing slowly dried up. So I would say things have taken me by surprise. I've written for hour-long shows. I've written pilots and movies and other things since.
And recently you've worked on Call Me Fitz. How was that experience for you?
A lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Working with it was my first experience writing for a show that was filmed in Canada. I worked we filmed up in near Halifax, Nova Scotia. So it was a long way from home for me, but it was a lot of fun. We did we filmed kind of like a independent film crew. It was like on location, small town, occupying a building that we used as a used car dealership, and we were just there and making do with what we could in tough weather for comedy, but it was a lot of fun. Love the people involved.
What's your writing process? How do you come up with ideas?
Well, after the hours and hours of time waste on internet, I would say I like to talk things out loud. Personally, usually I like to get on the phone or have somebody I'm working with or talking things out with when it comes to television ideas. And I've worked with different partners. I had a writing partner early in my career, and I'm working on different projects now, sometimes with somebody. So I would say a lot of pulling the idea out through my mouth, if that makes any sense.
And what projects are you working on now other than TV? Do you do your own side projects as well?
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing a pilot for Sony and Happy Madison, which is Adam Sandler's production company, and I recently did something for Disney Channel, and working on a show that's going to be on Nickelodeon, working as one of the writers on the staff on a show that's going to be on Nickelodeon, I think, starting in the next month or two.
And what advice would you give to upcoming writers and producers?
Write or talk a lot.
Yeah.
If you're talking about I think nowadays the business has changed so that you can really do your own material, and I think if you're interested in breaking in, you should write your sketch and create your character and cast it, and even if it's only 5 minutes, bring it to life and show what you've got. It's so much easier in a way to make your voice known and define yourself than it used to be, where you had to kind of work your way an apprentice journeyman style into the business, or you'd write just a great movie. But I think there's a real opportunity to do stuff with the net that I think is a great way to go.
And how did you get involved in teaching?
A friend of mine was working on the faculty at Cal State Fullerton and invited me down, and I began teaching a couple screenwriting classes. So I've been doing that as well in the last couple of years. And
have you found you've learned a lot through teaching?
I actually really have. It's interesting. It keeps you, it reminds you of what was exciting about filmmaking and being inventive, and you sort of go back to basics and relearn every time you talk to new writers and people who are coming to it fresh. So I like it a lot, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ari, and best of luck with your upcoming projects and your teaching.
Thank you.
I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for TTN-HD Production Live.